Hey there, YouTube friends. This is Rickus J. This is part two of my life story. I'll tell a little bit of my life after I moved away from the boy. I started, let's say, just started my sexual life at a young age. It's really, think about it now, it really pisses me off. I mean, I actually knew I couldn't do anything myself, and I didn't see a lot of little kids getting, killed and molested and stuff by these grown-ups. So I actually called the police a couple of years ago, about a year ago, no, year and a half, 2 years, and I gave him the name of the man, and I told him, I said, what he's capable of. But to my relief, he's in prison for for child molestation. So let's just hope he never gets out to do it to another child again. I would like to be at his parole hearing and tell the people, the parole board, exactly how he manipulated two 10-year-old boys. But after we moved away from there, and we moved in a nice cozy home, and it was cozy, a nice old Victorian home, and a long ways away from that young man and the older man, young boy and the older man. This is the home I would live with my mother until the day I go out on my own at the age of 20. It was kind of cool living where I did, though. A lot of people don't know that a half block away from where we lived, in an alley, there's a little yellow house. And Axl Rose and and Izzy Stratton, uh, I keep the real names out of it, used to jam, which where Axl started his career as a singer. Actually, my brother used to set up the equipment for him, and I knew the drummer. They used to play drums for him there in that house really well. Actually, it was his dad's house that they jammed in. It was kind of cool. It was just hear him play and stuff. But the big thing in Lafayette those days, Indiana, not Louisiana, the place to be as a teenager in Lafayette, Indiana, was the roller skating rink, Aquai Island. Hands down, Friday, Saturday night, every teenager, I swear, at, at least 75% of the teenagers in Lafayette had to be in this place. And even younger kids. But the younger kids kind of phased out. They were getting hurt a little too much. But me and my best friend, we this is back before they even had video games. I'm talking about mid to late 70s. And we go in there with the 1 quarter, put it in this pinball machine. It was a Kiss pinball machine. And we got 2 games. And we'd be on that machine all night long on that 1 quarter. Just 1 quarter. We were that good. All you had to do was light up Kiss 4 times, twice. There's 4 rows of Kiss. All you had to do is light them up twice to win a game. And then if you got a certain score, you got 2 games. I mean, we had so many games that, when a song came on, one of us wanted to skate to, they go skate to, and the other would watch the pinball machine, play a couple games. And if we both wanted to skate, we'd find a little kid trying to play a couple games because we'd have so many on it. And then we'll be back. Just keep an eye on it. But what was cool, if we got down to one game, just one game, we were so good, we'd each take a flipper. And we'd rack up games. We knew how each other played extremely well. And we were good at it. We really were. But the skatering to me was like a safe haven. I mean, I love to skate, I love to sing, and I love the girl. There was one night I had a girlfriend. She was mad. She broke up with me, and I had said something to her. She said, "Kiss my ass." And I said, "Well, Bert," and I'll be damned if she didn't. Right there in the skating rink. It was quite funny. My jaw dropped. I thought, whoa, what the? Oh, I'll never forget that. But there was one girl I loved to my heart's content. I never stopped thinking about her, even to this age. Through my 20s, to my 30s, I always thought about her. And I will not say her name, but I will say she wasn't from Indiana. But we did a lot of hard drugs and a lot of hard whiskey out there too before we go out. Quaaludes, Placidils, speed, marijuana, coke, hard whiskey. I subjected myself to a lot, but I never did heroin. Meth, I don't know if it was back then or not, but I never did it either. We've done acid. I've done acid too, a couple times. And let me tell you, it's a miracle that I'm still alive. It really is. All the times that we were driving really drunk. There was one night I was driving, and me and my friend and our girlfriends coming back into town from a long drive out in the country. We usually did that, get drunk, go out in the country, get lost, and we find our way back. That's how I got to know Indiana. But we were coming back on 26, and we just went through a stoplight, going through a stoplight, and I was falling asleep, and I was driving. My friend was in the back seat. He happened to look up, and he yelled at me loud. He said, "Rick." I looked up, and as I did, I jerked the wheel at the same time. It's just a reaction, I guess. If I hadn't done that, we would have been up at concrete media before they put the guardrails at the end. I mean, it was sloped. We would have went right up. We definitely would have went upside down. Man, that was scary. That was really scary. But had a lot of good times out the skating rink. I had one night. This is in the later years, through my 20s. I was out there skating and singing and just being by myself. And a girl I never knew and never met came up and gave me a rose. That was the highlight of my life. It really was. Not one of the highlights of my life. It really meant something to me. That somebody's actually acknowledging me for something that I'm doing. And they enjoy it. There was one time I pretty much had my 15 minutes of fame in Lafayette. There used to be this ride that we had every year at the 4-H fair, and you got in this cage and you swung it back and forth. Eventually, you go around, but it doesn't go upside down or nothing. And you have to use your body to do this. And I've seen 2 people get in it, 4 people get in it, and not even get it around. But I knew how to do it. I think that's why they quit having the ride there, is because the brakes wore out. I had that thing going so fast one time, and I was just exerting energy and trying to get frustration out in my life. And I looked down, and like there must have been 150, 200 people standing there watching me on this ride. And I just kept on going and going and going. And finally, when I was tired, I looked at the operator, and he put on the brake, and I let it stop. That was pretty much my 15 minutes of fame in Lafayette. But it was cool. Ooh, how I loved it. No, seriously. But my biggest thing is I always wanted to be a rock star. I really did. Singer. Like I said, I had a dad not around. I don't care what people say. If he would have been around and influenced me, I know a lot. You tell me, a lot of these kids nowadays that they don't become famous and one-hit wonders and stuff and get up there just because they're them. Well, it is, but it's also because they got a family backing them up. They got a dad encouraging them to go after their dreams and stuff. And hang on a second. Sorry, the phone rang. Didn't know the number, so I didn't answer it. So, you know, even though I had the good days out the rink, I was still destroying myself with alcohols and drugs. Because it would be alcohol to be my demise in a big part of my life. But we ones that are strong enough, we go on. But I really hate that boy. And I really hate that man. I'm a God-fearing man. And I know we're supposed to forgive him. You know, but it's hard. And I do have homophobia really bad. Really bad. I will say it, but I'll be nice. Because I don't want my video knocked off YouTube. But I can't stand. Two type of people I can't stand. Them and thieves. Two type of people I cannot stand. Even women. You know, a lot of boys, guys say, oh, they'd love to see 2 women going down. Nah, not me. That's still wrong in the Bible. Still wrong. Trying to think of anything significant I can say. Before I started third part and then this one. We had a good swimming pool too in Columbia Park. We actually had diving boards, 10-foot diving board, 7-foot, and a 4-foot. We used to be able to go up to 10-foot, dive off, go out of the deep water, wade around to the 7-foot, was on the outside of the deep part. You jumped into the deep part and went back out on the island. You can do that all night, all day. We had one night, my best friend's brother decided he was going to take a dip. And he did. He climbed that fence. He swam out to the middle island, jumped off the 10-foot diving board, splashed, and went to the other side. And by the time he got out, got his clothes back on, his hair was really short, so he just shrubbed it and it dried pretty quick. But security guard came and asked us if we knew anything about anybody going to the swimming pool. No, man, we know nothing about it. Oh, there was one time I really feel bad. I was 15 and thought I knew how to drive a car, no problem. And there's this girl. I don't know what kind of attraction she had to her. She let me borrow her car. I was 15 years old. So I pick up. Three of my buddies go out with me, and we go out driving. And we're not getting high. We're not getting drunk or nothing. We get on the gravel road, and he's, what's it, fish still, Rick? So I tried to, in the ditch I went and took out a fence. I really felt bad about that. I mean, horrible. How could I actually do something like that, man? But you're young and you think you can do everything. But you can't. That's why it means so much to me to be with my daughter. I just want to be with her so I can teach her the things she needs to know so she can grow up to be a beautiful woman and not get pregnant at a young age and actually maybe try for a career. I want to teach her how to sing, but she won't let me. Which, actually, I'm going to put a cough drop in. See if we can do a little bit of magic. And maybe I can sing a verse or so. My throat's really hoarse right now. Seems like every time I move from one place to another, my voice gets lost for a while. But you got to give it your best shot. That didn't come out very good. But I do know how to sing, and my best friend says I can, but he never really heard me. Because you got the I can get higher if my voice was in tune, but I haven't been singing the last couple of days. So. But then I can also use the bass. You get it up there. And you use a little bit of roughness in that voice. Sometimes you just want to sing a Joel or Thorogood song. And then you got the scream and voice. We all know how that one is if you were alive in the 80s. But there's one. I really want to give you an example, but it just won't come out. It's coming out too rough. But it's very powerful. My voice has to really be warmed up to do it. can't do it right now. I'm sorry. I apologize for not being able to do it right now. I am going to be working on my vocals, and in the future, you will hear it. Because eventually, I'm going to get to my years of my 20s, and that's where I learned how to sing and raise my voice. Because when I was young, I had no idea how to raise my voice. I mean, I've had to talk about just about like this, and everybody was, "Speak up, Rick." No, I can't speak up. I don't know how. Didn't have anybody teach me. I just want to get it out, get it out, get it out. But I'm making a fool of myself. It's frustrating when you can do something most of the time and you try to show somebody and you flub up. But sometimes it just takes that little bit of effort. And there's a little bit of it. I squeezed out a little bit. I'm sure you heard it. But in the future, I will give you a prime example by doing a whole song. I guarantee it. My own song. Because I'm writing my own songs. I wrote one just the other day. And it's kind of funny. Let's see if I can find it. I'll read it to you guys. Oh, City of Dreams. City Dreams is the name of it. How it goes. It's hot tonight in the city called Cool, in a place where there are no rules. Round one starts just about 9. Come in early to not get behind. The good ones seem to stick way out, and the bad ones go down for the count. That's the first verse. City of Dreams, fantasy real. Come on, baby, let me feel for that sin of beautiful lust. Baby, come on, I got the stuff. That's the chorus. The second round, who cares about the time? We don't care to draw the finish line. But don't be mistaken of your surroundings. The women smile while the men are frowning. Men know how to catch the eye of a woman. They're out to beat the others for fantasy living. And in the end is, give it up if you can't win. It's much better than that sin. Just go down until the bell, son. It will keep you out of hell. I kind of like that one. But I've written many songs. Some of them religiously too. God is a big part of my life. A big part. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. He's gave, a lot of people say they wish they had a second chance. I got a second chance. And I'm not messing it up. So, but I think I'll end this video here, considering it's almost 25 minutes long. And part 3 will be coming in a couple days. This is Rick J. Peace, baby.